All right, shalom, shalom. This is the brother Shakar here with another lesson through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakah Quadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David doing his work with all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say shalom to the whole full elect. Shalom. All right, let me start off here in the book of Acts, but I want to get this in the Good News Translation. So let's go to the book of Acts, chapter 13. And verse 26. And it reads, it says, "My fellow Israelites, descendants of Abraham, and all Gentiles here who worship the Most High, it is to us that this message of salvation has been sent." Okay, now who's this us? Speaking to Israelites. Now Christians will read this and they'll say, look, it says, and to all Gentiles. No, those Gentiles are speaking about Israelite foreigners. Okay, the Israelites, okay, that were in the Gentile state of mind. You see? Because salvation is only, okay, for the nation of Israel, man. This message of salvation is unto us, okay, beginning with the elect, okay, whoever they may be. But us, meaning Israel, man. Salvation is only for Israelites, you see? And again, when you go into Gentiles, okay, Gentiles can mean, okay, the other nations. Okay, whenever you see the word Gentiles, salvation is involved, okay, it's only speaking for to the nation of Israel. Okay, it's not speaking about these other nations. You see? Let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 12 and verse 2. See, and it says, "Ye know that ye were Gentiles, see, carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led." See, just as we were, okay, here in so-called America, Babylon the Great, thinking we were so-called Mexican, so-called Negroes, so-called Puerto Ricans, so-called Native Americans, so on and so forth. You see, following the ways of the heathen. You see, we were in that Gentile mindset, man. See, carried away into these dumb idols, worshiping a so-called white man, Jesus the Christ. Okay, whether it was Allah or Buddha, okay, or any other kind of idol. See, whatever other madness our people have been into. You see, that was us. But through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, okay, we've been awakened, okay, to understand who we are, okay, that we are the true people, okay, of the Holy Scriptures, man. Israel, the Israelites. Okay, that's you so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and you so-called Native Americans, and those that look like other nations. Hey, but this truth, man, it resonates with your spirit. You see, you understand this truth because the Lord gave you what? The eyes to see and the ears to hear. You see. See, and that goes back to the mystery of the Gentiles, because we know Israel, okay, is a scattered people. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 64, and it reads, "See, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods." You see, idols. It says, "Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone," going into these churches, okay, worshiping all kinds of madness, man. And that's exactly, what, we were doing, you see. And so many of our people still doing to this day, man. See, they're still following these worthless idols, okay, that can't save them. Okay, we can only get redemption, okay, salvation through Yahweh Shai, man, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. You see? And again, as a scattered people, we know that Israel is going to look like anybody and everybody. See, that's the mystery, see, of the Gentiles. This is who salvation is for. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, and let's go to verse 10. "And in that day, there shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign for the people of the people. To it, listen, shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious." You see, again, this Gentiles, okay, is speaking about the Israelite foreigners. And this is speaking about Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. He is that root of Jesse. Okay, beginning with David, okay, because he came out of Jesse with his father. Okay, then ultimately Yahweh Shai, okay, came from that seed line. You see? Verse 11, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. When was the first time? When we were delivered out of the hands of the Pharaoh, okay, in Egypt. Okay, it says, what shall be left? Listen, what shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. You see, so our people are scattered everywhere, man. They're going to come looking like all these nations, okay, throughout the four corners of the earth. Listen, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, okay, the northern kingdom, you see, and gather the dispersed of Judah, okay, the southern kingdom. Listen, from the four corners of the earth. You see, so we've been scattered throughout all corners of the earth, man. You see, and that's where the deliverance is going to come to, man. See, and that's what salvation is for. Okay, those Israelites that are scattered, okay, that are the elect number. But we know that the biggest deliverance will come out of America, well, so-called America, okay, Babylon the Great. All right, so what truly does that deliverance actually mean? It means salvation. Okay, what is salvation? Well, I got it pulled up here, okay, for the sake of the lesson. It says salvation, okay, the meaning of salvation. It says preservation or deliverance from harm, ruin, or loss. That's exactly what's coming, okay, to so-called America, Babylon the Great, man. Great destruction, okay, and wherever else the Lord's allotted, okay, that destruction to come forth to. You see, the destruction from the missiles, okay, from the warheads, the nuclear warheads, okay, coming from World War III, and also from the chariots, okay, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man, them lasers. And it says, see, in theology, this is where they got it wrong. It says deliverance from sin and its consequences. Yeah, we got to be delivered from sin, okay, but who can only truly sin? Okay, who the law, statutes, and commandments given to? Okay, only Israelites. It says believed, see, by Christians to be brought about by the faith of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. You see? Yeah, and who was called the Christians first? It says they were first called Christians in Antioch, meaning they were followers, okay, of the HaMashiach, man. It says, see, the Christian gospel of salvation for all mankind. They're going off, man. As we're showing you that salvation, okay, which is what? Is being delivered, okay, from harm, okay, from impending doom, okay, is only for who? Okay, for the nation of Israel. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 31. And it reads, it says, see, and he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, see, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. See, and this is speaking about only Israel, okay, because only Israel, okay, is known, okay, as the elect, okay, as the elect nation. But out of the elect nation, okay, there is an elect of the elect, man, the Israel of the Most High. Let's go to the book of Galatians, chapter 6 and verse 16. See, and it says, and as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them. See, and mercy and upon the Israel of the Most High. See, those who are walking what? Well, let's read up. Let's read up. Verse 15. It says, "In Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision, but a new creature." See, we got to be a new creation, man. We have to walk in the newness of life. You see, having these law, statutes, commandments, okay, you know, in our mindset. Okay, not that we're going to keep them perfect, but we're going to keep them to the best of our ability. You see, we're going to do the things, okay, that are pleasing to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, again, to the best way possible. Okay, to the best way that we can, because we're never going to be perfect. Okay, on this side. Okay, in these sinful bodies. Okay, we're waiting for that change. We're waiting for that new covenant. Okay, so the law, statutes, commandments can be in our inward parts. You see, that way there's going to be no more death, man. Scripture says the wages of sin is death. Okay, once the new covenant is fully established, hey, we're not going to sin any longer. See, so then there's going to be no more death, man. But it's going to begin with who? Okay, the elect. You see, let's go to Mark. Let's go to the book of Mark, chapter 13 and verse 26. See, and it says, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. This is speaking about Yahushua, who the world eagerly calls Jesus the Christ, man. He's coming with them clouds of heaven. Okay, the so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of the Lord. See, he's coming with that power, man, and great glory. Okay, he's going to come with the host of heaven, man. It says, and then shall he send his angels and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the uttermost part of the earth to the uttermost part of heaven. So this is going to be the gathering of the elect, man. This is who salvation is for. Okay, Israel. Okay, the Israelites. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 44 and verse 1. And it says, yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant. It says, and Israel, listen, whom I have chosen. Where's all the other nations at? They're not there. Okay, the Lord is only looking for Israelites. Okay, beginning with the elect, whoever they may be. It says, thus said the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai, see that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou, Yasharan, whom I have chosen. Okay, Yasharan is another name for Israel, man, meaning the upright ones. You see, those who are right in the spirit. Again, on this side, that's speaking about the elect. Ultimately, okay, all Israel, okay, will be upright in the kingdom, man, because you're going to have the 2/3 come back, okay, through the loins of the elect. You see? Let's go to, let's stay here in Isaiah. Let's go to the next chapter. And let's go to the 4th verse. It says, for Jacob, listen, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect. No other nation is called the elect, okay, but the nation of Israel. It says, I have even called thee by name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. But through the power and spirit, okay, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai, okay, he's given us the eyes to see and the ears to hear. See, that's why you have Israel, okay, waking up to who they are. Okay, you have those Israelites, okay, that are waking up to the 100% truth, man. Okay, ultimately, okay, that's gonna be that remnant, okay, that elect number. Let's go to let's go back to Isaiah 44 and let's go to verse 21. And it says, see, remember these, O Jacob and Israel, for thou art my servant. I have formed thee, thou art my servant, O Israel, thou shalt not be forgotten of me. See, where's the other nations at? Again, they're not there. It says, I have blotted out as a thick cloud thy transgressions, and as a cloud thy sins. Return unto me, for I have redeemed thee. It says, sing, O ye heavens, for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai have done it. Shout, ye lower parts of the earth, break forth into singing, ye mountains, O forests, and every tree therein. For the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai have redeemed Jacob, see, and glorified himself in Israel. You see Jacob going into what? The 12 tribes. Okay, the 12 tribes of Israel, man. The southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. Again, speaking to you so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and you so-called Native Americans. See, we know Israel going to come looking like everybody. What did it say in the book of Jeremiah? It says, my heritage is unto me like a speckled bird, man. So we know Israel is going to look like anybody and everybody. See, this is who that message of salvation is for. Okay, it's not for everybody. Look, these nations have, the scripture says they seek salvation in vain. Let's get that, then we're going to close out. This is Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 23. See, it says, truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitude of mountains. See, hills and mountains, they represent governments or nations. Okay, so you got your hills that are your smaller governments or your smaller nations, and the mountains represent what? Your larger governments and your larger nations. It says, truly in the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yoshai, our power is the salvation of Israel. Let me read that one more time. Truly in vain is salvation hoped for from the hills and from the multitude of mountains. In vain, meaning it's worthless. You see, you got these other nations that think that they're going to be delivered, okay, that they're going to be saved okay, by a so-called white man, okay, Jesus the Christ. No, it's in vain, man. They don't have it. Or if they're worshiping some type of other, whether it be Allah or Buddha or whatever other madness, man. That's all worthless. That's all worthless thinking. Okay, there's no salvation for anybody else, okay, but Israel, man. Okay, the nation of Israel, beginning with the elect. It says, truly in the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, our power, see, is the salvation of Israel. See, and that's it, man. So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to go ahead and close out and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakak, Quadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of the great millstone from which I learned this truth. Peace and blessings to the house of David, doing his work with all righteousness, truth, and sincerity. And I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.